What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Every single week in the Crew Motorfest, the theme of the week shifts. We have new summit events. We possibly have new cars, new money methods, new things that are boosted, and new things to do. So every single week I put this video together. So if you're new to the channel, subscribing would help you out. You can see this weekly video. This is everything new this week in the Crew. Let's go. All right, real quick before I get into it, I just want to say thank you to everyone that followed me on the second channel. It just hit 1,000 subs, and I'm super thankful to everyone that came over there from the Militia, and of course all the new subs as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's the channel where I'm going to put everything that's not racing. So not racing over there, racing over here. So anyways, let's get into it, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. The first thing I want to talk about is new content. Sometimes during the weeks we'll get new content. This week we don't have any new races, new events, nothing like that. Everything they're going to play this week is the same as it was last week. It's just one of those weeks. It's the second week of the month. Usually new content hits the first week of the month. So second week, not that much. Let's talk about the summit. The summit is actually interesting. This is probably my favorite summit in a long time. This summit is called Beat the Devs, and that's actually what you're trying to do in these races. You have 9 races, and each one has a different dev from IVT that has set a time, and their ghost is actually in the race with you. So you get to race against them. Now, to get your points for the summit, you don't actually have to beat them. They put up very good times, and I just want IVT to understand, I appreciate the amount of time that they put in order to get those times. I know what it takes to time attack races. I've gone after world records before, not that I've gotten that many, but I've gone after them, and it takes lots and lots of time to perfect the lines, to make sure you're missing those little trees, those little things, all of those tenths of a second that add up in a race. So what they did was actually good. Their racing and their times are very, very good. They are going to push you if your goal is to actually beat them this week. But just keep in mind, it's no different than any other summit. You do not have to beat them in order to get points. You just have to get your fastest time. So just try your best. But the devs that did these races actually did pretty well. So I just want to give them a little bit of kudos. Anyways, let's take a look at the rewards for this week. You've got 100,000 bucks for bronze. You get 5 legendary street parts. Now keep in mind, this is like free parts here for you guys. 5 legendary street parts that are fully leveled up. Now the affix and the set bonus are going to be random, so you don't get to choose that, but you get 5 parts, and that's just for playing a couple of events. I mean, silver is so easy to get. Glow Motorsport window tint for gold. That's a free vanity basically, because all you got to do really is complete all 9 events. Make sure you get, you know, a halfway decent score. If you crash, just start over and try to do it again. And then the platinum reward is a BMW M3 Street Rider Edition, which is a brand new car for this week. This is what you're going to earn if you get into platinum. Keep in mind, to get platinum at the end of the week, which is next Tuesday, you need to be in the top 15,000 players. Now, there's a lot of players that go for these summits, so you probably have over 100,000 people that are going to try this. You need to be in the top 15,000. Use the guide that I put out every week to make sure you can do that. I show you all the shortcuts. I show you all the NOS points, but how to get platinum every single week. That's that video. It's basically a cheat code. Give that video a try if you don't know it already. In the summit bundle this week, you're going to have 3 cars. It's 2.3 million bucks. And you're probably asking yourself, is it even worth it? Well, one of the cars is this Shelby GR1 Concept. This is a brand new car for this week for people who do not have the year 3 pass. It's finally available, and not only is it available, they're giving you a discount on it in the bundle. So this car is actually really good. It's going to be like a top 15, top 10 car, super viable in the grand races. It's a really nice car. It actually looks pretty good as well, but this car is good. It's worth the money. The next car is actually in racing. It's the Audi R8 LMS GT2. Again, very good car. This is like top 10, top 15, top 10 in terms of the meta conversation. This thing is good. It understeers slightly. It's not like the best, but it's up there. This is a car you can use and do well with in the grand races. This is 100% worth it. Plus, it just looks insanely good. Probably the best looking R8 in the game by a mile. And finally, you get the 720S Spider. Now, this car is actually really good for guttering, so it's a nice car to have. It's something that you can add to your collection and use in the grand races. It's not the fastest car, but it controls really well. Like, it feels nice to drive, and that's half the battle when it comes to the grand races. So this bundle is a really nice bundle this week. I would say it's absolutely worth your time. If you're having trouble gaining money, you can get 1.4 million per hour if you're doing the Hummer Express method. I've got that linked in the description down below. And speaking of money methods, we'll just put this out there right now. There's no new money methods this week. Sometimes when they boost the rewards for a certain playlist or a certain event, and that actually gives us a new money method for the week. This week there's not. So 4 races that I always recommend, which Hummer Express, Get It or Don't Come Back, that Kiss Me combi, and riding in my Buick. Those are the races that you're going to want to do. Again, the video is linked in the description. All right, let's move on to the vanities this week. We've got a few different ones, and there's one in particular that I would recommend just because I think it's awesome, and that is this horn. This is the bah horn. Check it out. Love it. For $1, there is not a better horn, I don't think. This is a great horn for $1. Aside from that, we've got the French Nitro, which is just a red, white, and blue Nitro. We've also got the Raving Rooftop. You can see it right there. I have this one already. I have actually a bunch of these vanities. All of the vanities in the vanity shop are like Crew 2 or, you know, older vanities. These are not brand new vanities, but it's a nice opportunity to get the blah horn. You should definitely take advantage of that if you have some CC. 10,000 CC is not hard to get. You can get it from just doing the playlist challenges. Go into your challenges, complete like, I don't know if it's like 6 or 10 challenges per playlist. You'll get like 4,000 CC each. All you have to do is like do 3 of them and you'll have enough to buy this horn. I definitely think this is definitely worth your time. Anyway, like I said, the rest of these vanities are all repeats. So we have Dark Violet Nitro, the Purple Smoke. You got the Yellow Duck Rooftop, which is actually bigger than just like a tiny little rubber duck. It's like a little bit bigger, so it's kind of nice to have up there. You got the Yellow Smoke, the French Touch Tire, and the French Nitro. So there you go. That's your vanity shop for this week. We do have a bundle as well. That's the custom bundle with the Bugatti Vision GT. This is a racing category car. It's actually pretty good. It might be the best Bugatti. Like out of all the Bugattis, this might be the best one in terms of like per class, right? So in hyper, you've got the Cento Dieci, is probably the best Bugatti in hyper. This one, I would say, is a better racing car than the Cento is a hyper car. It's close, but this one is pretty good. Absolutely worth buying this car. If you have the bucks, buy this car first as bucks, just in the store. Go to the store, buy the car by itself, then come back to the bundle if you like these vanities. Basically, that's the only purpose of the bundle, is to give you a discount on vanities. So in this case, you get a Blue Vortex Smoke, which looks like this, and the Shockwave Nitro. It's only about $5, $6 to get these two, which is nice. It's a nice little discount. $3 a vanity is not too bad considering the pricing of all of the other vanities. That's just how this game makes money. So, and you don't have to buy these. None of these actually help you with performance or anything like that. All right, let's talk about the custom show for this week. This week's restriction are English, American, German Street Tier 2. So Street Tier 2, any of those racing or hypercars. I said this wrong, but here, let me try this again. Street Tier 2, racing and hypercar, and it has to be an English, American, or German. So it's one of those. Basically, if you want to know which cars there are, just go to the custom show and you'll see it. But those are the restrictions. You need to customize a car for this week because we've got a brand new vanity, which is called the Yellow Lightfall Underglow, which actually looks really cool. I can't wait to see it like actually on a car. These little thumbnail pictures are a little bit tough to get a gauge for how big it is. You know, where does it stop on the car? Where is it in terms of the car's body? Is it like farther outside so you could see it a lot, or is it like shoved underneath? Some of the underglows are actually like really not very visible, so it's hard to tell with these thumbnails. But anyways, it looks good from the picture, so I'm hoping that it's going to be pretty good. Hopefully I can get it this week. If not, I just have to wait for season 10 for the prestige shop. That's when we'll probably see this one. All right, let's talk about the grand races this week. Grand races this week feature 2 different modifiers. One of them is going to be no collisions. The other one is pro racing. Now, if you don't know what pro racing is, I'll give you a quick breakdown on this. This is basically you are locked into cockpit view. So you're behind the wheel. You do not have nitro. You do not have a tachometer, so you have no idea when to shift other than hearing the car redline. Then you have no mini map as well. So if you're unfamiliar with grand racing routes, then this one is going to be kind of tough because you just don't have the ability to know where to go other than following the checkpoints, following the road. It definitely throws a little wrench in things. I'm not a huge fan of pro racing because to me, it makes everything a lot slower. There's no nitro, which nitro is a skill. To use NOS correctly is a skill, so it creates a skill gap there. I'm for anything that does that because it means more depth. It means learning the game more. It means if you want to be good at it, you have to understand that skill and get better at it. So I'm not really for taking that away. But in addition to that, the slipstream becomes even more powerful and even more important in this mode. In fact, when you're like going towards the end of a race, if you're in front right at the end, the chances of getting past are pretty high because the person behind you has slipstream and you have no NOS to defend against that slipstream, and blocking starts to become a thing. And so to me, overall, the pro racing actually brings the skill level down as opposed to like pushing it forward. And so it's not really pro racing, if that makes sense. I understand why they called it that, because, you know, you're taking away some of these tools that you use to help you race better, but it just feels like it brings everything down in terms of skill as opposed to like pushing it forward and having people try to learn the game more. So I'd much rather see them take away slipstream rather than NOS, but it is what it is. It is this one for this week, and it's going to be racing Street Tier 2 AGP for this particular route. There's other ones as well. There's no car restrictions or anything like that, so I don't have any recommendations for you, but that's basically it. No collisions and pro racing. Now, usually I talk about money methods at the end of the video, but we're basically done with that. We already talked about it earlier. There's no new changes. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you catch something that I didn't catch in this video, please put it in the comments down below. I do miss things from time to time. I do my best, but you know, everybody's human. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.